Alright, so this is the eFamily and eFamily Cloud. I used eFamily Cloud. There seems to be not a very high rating for either one, and I can say this, with it on the phone, I don't like how many permissions it requires, but it does seem to work really well. The only problem I kind of have with it is it's a little finicky, and I think you have to like manually go back in and turn it back on after a power outage. But other than that, it seems to work fine. And the instruction manual that comes with it has the QR code for iOS and Android. I'm using Android. It has some information here. It doesn't really tell you how to do anything too specific. It says to scan this for instructions. I didn't do that because you can kind of figure it out. Well, most people probably can. So not a big deal. And then I didn't use this at all either. But this is basically how to control the device with an Echo device. So it has a user manual. It's in 2 different languages, and it comes in the little box here. So not too much there, not too fancy or anything. And the reason we have low lights because I'm going to show you the socket here in just a second. But I wanted to go low light because it should make it easier to see on the phone, hopefully. So like I said, here it is on the Alexa on the screen. So here you basically have it comes up and has like socket and 4 numbers. At least that's how mine did. I changed it to fan because there's a fan connected to it. At the bottom you have the devices, scenes, and profile. Scenes, of course, let you do different things and set up different well, it's kind of like profiles in a way. That's kind of the way I think of it. You can add new devices with the little plus sign. But scenes is like back home, leave home. So if you have certain things you want to happen at a certain time frame, you can just click on that. I'm not going to use that portion of it. And then you can set up your information, your email, and you have some of the different settings as far as scenes, device sharing, message center. As far as the Echo and Google Home, you can click on that and you can see use now, and it says supports 1 device, and it shows the actual fan. I don't know how well you can see it, but hopefully you can see this somewhat well enough. And then if you go into settings, you can actually change this and have it vibrate and play sounds and different things. So it's a pretty good app. I haven't had any crashes from it, and it seems to work fine. Navigation and all, it's pretty simple. You can turn off the fan just by clicking on that right there, or if you click on this so you can see the fan, you get switch, countdown, and timer. So you can do a countdown and have it shut off, or you can set up a schedule for having things come on and off at certain times. You can touch the green to turn it off and on, or you can hit where it says switch down there, and then if you hit, well, I don't know if you got to see it, but if you hit those dots right there, it takes you into I hit feedback on accident. It takes you into this area where you can actually name it, set up device sharing if you want to set it with, for different people. Use Echo, which when you do that, it actually kind of walks you through the different things you need to do. So you don't really need the instructions because they're in the app, which makes it very easy. You can check for update, give feedback if you have problems, and then you can remove and restore remove device and restore defaults. So overall, though, it's just a very, very easy thing to do. Sorry. So it's very, very simple to use, and I'll show you here a little bit more. Let me put this down and move the camera. Alright, so you can see the blue and reddish light hopefully back here, this device up here, and you can see the red light here on the fan. So basically I can just say, Alexa, turn off the fan.
Okay.
So very, very easy. And here you can see it's no longer green. I've got it set to vibrate so that it gives me that feedback. So very, very fast and very easy. It's very quick to respond. I mean, I'm in the same room with the router, so that may have something to do with it. Alexa, turn the fan on.
Okay.
So you can see. I mean, it just works really, really well, really, really easily. Like I said, my only real, I guess you would say, if 2 complaints, I would say probably. One is the switch itself. You can see it's kind of large, so You can see how large that thing is. A little bit on the large side, so that may cause some problems as far as fitting it into different areas. And when the power is lost, it seems to be that I have to like manually turn things back on. Maybe it's just with this fan, but I mean, this is the only thing I intend to use this with at this point. I may get some other switches and do some lights or something at some point, but this is primarily what I care about. So for me, that's the result. But very, very pleased with the device as a whole. Functionality, it's very quick, as you saw, and very simple to set up and get going. You do have to register an account, and that you know, that and the permissions is a little bit of an issue, but you know, it kind of works that way sometimes. So by any means, if you want to find out more about it, check out more, read more about it, read other reviews, and find out things, you can do so via the link below the video. Okay? Thanks for watching.